प्रतिस्पर्धात्मक सुनिश्चित करने के लिए किसी उपाय पर विचार कर रही है, और यदि हाँ कर रही है तो उपाय क्या हैं, कृपया बताने का कष्ट करें।
धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir. I think this is a very pertinent question considering the growth of civil aviation that we are experiencing in the country, not just in terms of passenger traffic, but we want to see a holistic growth, and we want to see growth in manufacturing. And one of the prime objectives when we talk about aircraft component manufacturing is to prepare, build, manufacture our own aircraft in the country, which is the RTA. And many things have processed so that we achieve this regional transport aircraft manufacturing in the country, sir. And there are many different approaches for this. And one theme that we are having right now is a short-term approach, medium-term, and a long-term approach, because it is not a one-line approach for us to make an aircraft in the country. If you take an example of other countries, how they have done it, it has been a process which has been built up for 40 years and 50 years. Though we don't want to see it taking up that much time, we want to have a strict plan. And how do we ensure to do it, sir? One important thing is to improve the aircraft component manufacturing in the country itself. That is one of the short-term plans that we have. And in the last 5 to 10 years, under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, we have been able to create so much demand in the country that the big companies like Airbus, Boeing, Embraer, and let it be Safran or Lockheed Martin, Rolls-Royce, all these companies which are the major manufacturers of engines and aircraft outside the country, they have set up their shop here. Let it be in terms of procurement of the key components, or increasing the number of components that they procure from India, or setting up MRO facilities in the country. So we have done a lot to invite them into the country itself and set up shop, which has increased the know-how and the technical expertise of the country itself. And the second process is, sir, to bring in all the necessary policies. And for that, if you look at the Bharatiya Vayuyan Adhiniyam, which we have also passed, in that I have also specifically told this House that now we are no longer are looking at India as only a player which is trying to buy things from outside, but we are seeing India as a country which is state of design, state of manufacture, and state of maintenance when it comes to aircraft. So we have changed the thought process that we have when it comes to manufacturing of aircraft. We are saying that India is at the stage right now where we can manufacture, we can design, and we can maintain an aircraft. And on top of that, sir, the necessary policies that we need. One is to promote more aircraft component manufacturing. We from the ministry are continuously engaging with the industry, and we are continuously engaging so that we can give them the confidence that the focus for the government is also on you to improve the manufacturing sector. We are talking with the states and telling them to have more manufacturing, because they are the key players here, the state governments, and when they are looking at manufacturing, sir, we are encouraging them to look at manufacturing in aerospace components and aircraft components also, and we have yielded some good results in that area. And the third sector that we are planning is the skilling. Skilling is equally important as we are trying to increase our manufacturing also, and for that we have set up FTOs. We currently have 58 working FTOs, and we are doing AME training in 57 bases in the country, and through which we are creating 3,800 AMEs every year, which is catering to the demand that we have created. And also through the skill development program in the aerospace and aircraft component manufacturing and the industry itself, we have identified 38 courses, and over the last 8 years, we have trained up to 18,000 people in this area, sir. So when it comes to manufacturing of an aircraft, creating the ecosystem, one is improving the aircraft component manufacturing, creating the government policy, and third is creating the skilling. So looking at all this holistic approach, the government is looking at it, sir, and very soon we are going to set up a special purpose vehicle also, so that the RTA, regional transport aircraft, which has been a continuous dream for the country, and to have a specific plan. We have a plan to create an SPV for 5 years, sir, which is going to bring in all the necessary stakeholders, bring them onto the table and study the existing picture in the country and create a roadmap that in 5 years, if you want to see an RTA being built in the country itself, what is the necessity today? What kind of policies furthermore we need to do? So we are in the process of setting up the SPV also, sir.
Thank you. Second supplementary.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। मंत्री जी ने बहुत विस्तृत विषय।
माननीय बाबूराम जी, सेकंड सप्लीमेंट्री आप पूछिए।
मैं माननीय मंत्री जी से पूछना चाहता हूं कि क्या विमान विनिर्माण में नवाचार और उन्नत प्रौद्योगिकियों को अपनाने को प्रोत्साहित करने के लिए कोई पहल कार्यान्वित की जा रही है क्या?
I think you have explained in detail.
Probably
I think.
partly answered. I still have a little bit of answer regarding this, sir. We have National Civil Aviation Policy 2016, and in that we have specifically mentioned that we want to promote Make in India and Atmanirbhar Bharat also, which is where the schemes to promote these kind of aircraft component manufacturing also comes into place. And we have within the policy itself, sir, where we are saying that if someone is interested to put up this kind of industry, then from the government of India, we are going to promote and ensure that whatever special economic zone incentives that the industry needs to get, we are going to facilitate. We are going to speak with the Ministry of Commerce and ensure that there is a smooth progress in their establishing of the industry. But what we have observed over the last 5 to 10 years, sir, the states have come up very well. I would like to take the example of government of Telangana also, where they have created some parks within themselves where they didn't even approach us. They have in fact given the necessary incentives, they have given the necessary ecosystem, and today they are boasting about 3 to 4 parks inside the state itself. There is the Adivatla Aerospace SEZ, Nadargul Aerospace Park, GMR Aerospace SEZ, Adani Aerospace Park, Hardware Park 1 and 2. So when the states are only taking up this initiative because this aerospace and aircraft manufacturing is creating so much jobs, and it is bringing in the necessary know-how and technical expertise, which is going to further help in bringing lot more other industries also. This becomes the anchor industry, sir. So the states have been proactively moving, government of Telangana, Karnataka, and now Andhra Pradesh. So all these states are actively looking. On top of that, if there is anything that is required from the government of India, we are very much willing and looking forward to offer the necessary support so that there is a increase in the industry setting up, sir.
Thank you. Mania Dola Senji.
Thank you, Deputy Chairman, sir. About 80% of civilian aircraft by airlines in India are acquired on lease, which is much higher than the global average of 53%. With leased aircraft, lessors demand that airlines conduct maintenance operations at designated sites overseas, which is a big barrier for Indian MRO operations. Moreover, aircraft OEMs need to move technology transfers with India to allow for boosting of ministry planning to overcome these constraints to promote MRO and aircraft component manufacturing in India. And moreover, whether law of the land, labor law, is being maintained in the job which has been created by the minister in this respect.
Thank you, Dolaji.
Sir, regarding the MRO setup, we have seen what the Honorable Member has mentioned. It is definitely a flagging issue, and we have tried to overcome that issue, sir. One important aspect in promoting MRO is that we have seen when we import these components for the MRO facility, there have been multiple slabs. Some come under 5%, some 12%, some 18%. So there was a lot of confusion in the taxation also. So to improve and to create much better process of importing these parts, we have unified slab rate of 5% right now, which has greatly pushed of setting up MRO facilities in the country. Second thing, there is another aspect of it where the OEMs, the equipment manufacturers, they wanted to have these MRO facilities in other countries and not preferring India because there was no harmonization. Here we have the DGCA, which is the Directorate General of Civil Aviation, and then the EASA is there in the Europe and FAA in the America. So there has to be harmonization because when these aircrafts
Question hour is over.
when these aircrafts come from other areas, sir.
Thank you.
So harmonization is one issue and we are looking after.
Thank you. Honorable members, the House stands adjourned to meet.